What's up, legacy builders? It's Sebastien Boyer, the approved guy. And on this video, I want to talk to you guys about trusts, estate planning, and asset protection. So there are different type of trusts depending on what you're trying to achieve. Having a trust at the basic level is so important because if you have a will, fortunately, that will is going to have to go to probate court. Probate court could end up costing your relatives, your children, and your family up to 10% of your assets. So that means if you own a home or a property that you leave in that will that's valued at $500,000, that could be $50,000 out of pocket costs that they'll have to pay in probate court. Plus, it could stay in probate for up to 2 years. So having a will is good, but it's not just good enough. Now, if you don't have a will, we need to get you set up with a will. But more importantly, we need to get that will put into a trust. And so that will is going to be protected by the trust, and it's not going to have to go to probate. But not only is your will going to go into your trust, also what's going to go in the trust is all of your assets. You're going to deed your property and any of your valuable assets to the trust. So what that means is the trust owns the asset and it doesn't have to go to probate. This is going to be a very streamlined way that's going to be able to allow you to pass on your inheritance to the next generation to create legacy. You can also make your trust the beneficiary on your life insurance death benefit. And so the death benefit goes to the trust. And then inside the trust, you can write if-then statements on how that wealth is distributed to your heirs. So instead of someone inheriting, let's say, $1 million in just one shot, where chances are they're going to squander that within a short amount of time, you can release that money in milestones. They can earn that money based on achieving certain goals that you set for them to achieve. As a matter of fact, they don't even have to get all of it. They can get some of it, and some of it can stay in the family trust, which will then be a perpetual legacy for the next generation. You can even create a rule in your trust that says they have to take some of the money from the trust to buy a new life insurance policy to replenish the trust for the next generation. This is how you create perpetual wealth, or what I like to call generational legacy. The difference between generational legacy and generational wealth is that generational wealth, statistically, 80% is squandered by the second generation and 90% is squandered by the third generation. And that's because there's no protection in the distribution of the wealth. But having the trust, having a properly designed whole life insurance policy, a wealth distribution through the death benefit of a life insurance policy is going to be one of the ways that you can create legacy. You can distribute wealth into the trust, and then through the trust, distribute the wealth where your will is done on earth as it is in heaven. With that said, I recently created a relationship with a firm that has attorneys available to assist you to create your trust. And they have different options. I'm actually going to go ahead and show you all of their options so that you can decide if you want to work with them. And in the description of this video, I'm going to provide you a link where you can go and you can sign up to get a consultation, to have an interview, and to find out what trust is the right trust for you. But please, whatever you do, if you don't have a will, if you don't have a trust, don't watch this video and not take action. Do something. At least get a minimum will and a basic trust. And in the future, you can upgrade it to a higher level, more advanced trust if needed. But not everyone needs that. So the basic trust, again, is going to be a revocable living trust, where a more advanced trust is going to be an irrevocable trust. The difference is that you're going to be able to protect assets in an irrevocable trust. But even on the irrevocable trust side, there are many different types of trusts. Let's go ahead and take a closer look. So the company is called Trusty Friend, and they have a few options. One is do it with help, which means that they have an expert in the company that's going to help you put it all together. But it's not a paralegal or an attorney. That's going to include a revocable living trust, your last will and testament, power of attorney, HIPAA authorization, healthcare directives, quick claim deed and forms, a dedicated account manager, including printing and shipping. Now, that's going to cost you $850 for that trust. And that includes the will with all of those items included. The paralegal review it includes the exact same thing, except it includes a paralegal to assist you and support you in the process. And then that's going to be $12.50. And then the attorney reviewed is the exact same thing, except the difference is it includes an attorney, an actual attorney to support and assist you that you're going to speak to and work with you to build and create the trust. And it includes a trustee binder. And so that's going to be one extra value that's included for $18.50. So some of the advanced planning options that Trustee Friend provides in partnership with Loxess, which are the attorneys that deliver on the more advanced trust services, include advanced tax planning to reduce estate taxes and preserving wealth for heirs through strategic planning, business planning to secure the future of a business within an estate, including succession and asset protection, special needs planning, which ensures financial security and care for individuals with special needs after the estate holder's passing. There's also foreign LLC planning, managing LLCs abroad to protect assets and optimize taxes. There's multi-generational planning, preserving wealth to pass down through generations, international planning, coordinating estate matters across countries to comply with international laws and taxes, irrevocable life insurance trust or ILIT, a trust that keeps life insurance proceeds out of the taxable estate. There's asset protection planning, which is protecting wealth from creditors and lawsuits, and then immigration estate planning, managing estate matters for immigrants, ensuring legal compliance across borders. So these are some more advanced options that are going to be above and beyond the first group that I show you. And Trustee Friend is partnered with Loxess to deliver on the more advanced trust. But when you start off with your interview with them, it's more of an assessment, so they can ask you the right questions to understand exactly what your needs are. And based on that, they're going to be able to recommend the right trust that fits your needs for your circumstances. And again, if all you do is start with the very basic trust, get your will and your trust done, and then in the future you want to upgrade, you can always, take advantage of the advanced trust later on. But take advantage of that consult, go through the assessment, and figure out what's the best trust for you. I hope this video was of value to you. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and let someone know who will let someone know about the content that I'm sharing. Take great care. God bless. See you soon.